Okay, so I'm Rickard Friberg, and this is from chapter 3 in my microeconomics textbook. We're going to be looking at the case of two different isoquants. It's one of the figures there. Okay, so we're looking at production of a good. We're saying here bicycles. So we're looking at a bicycle manufacturer can produce bicycles in different ways. You can produce them with two inputs. It can use various amounts of capital and can use various amounts of labor. So, the production function can take many different shapes or forms. For concreteness here, let's look at a particular form where quantity produced, so how many bicycles are produced, simply equals K, the number of units of capital, times the number of units of labor. Okay, so that's one particular form of production function. Okay, could think of it as a special case of Cobb-Douglas production function. So, one way of just to take an example here, say that you could use 10 units of capital, 2.5 units of labor. That's one way of producing 25 bicycles. So 10 times 2.5, that's equal to 25. We could also produce the same number of bicycles, 25, using other combinations of K and L. So 5 times 5 is also equal to 25. So something like that. So that's another possible, we should draw like this. That's another possible way of combining inputs to produce 25 bicycles, or we could be using 10 units of labor and 2.5 units of capital to produce 25 bicycles. Okay, so these are different ways of producing the same amount of bicycles, and we can combine them with a curve like this, and we call this curve then an isoquant. Different combinations of inputs that give the same output, in this case, 25 bicycles. Okay, we see here that the curve has this bowed shape, convex shape. Okay, so that's only one of many possible isoquants. We could also look at the case of, say we're using 6 units. This might not be perfectly to scale, but you get the point. 6 units of capital, 6 units of labor. Well, we would then produce more. 6 times 6 equals 36. And similarly, we could think of different ways of combining and producing 36 bicycles. So Q equals 36. Okay, so in each case, an isoquant, different combinations of inputs that yield the same amount of output.